The Evo SL came with a lot of hype and runners love it. Light, fast, and cute. A lot of people who follow the Chinese brands like me also love the Li-Ning Red Hare 8 Pro. Also light, fast, and cheap. The Qiaodan TG 1.0 came with a buzz too. Not as light as these other two, but softer, roomier, and equally fast. And the latest entry to the conversation is the Puma Velocity Nitro 4, a totally different animal from the Velocity Nitro 3. This one is also very light, very soft, and very fast. All four are lightweight, non-plated, versatile daily trainers. Now, one problem with having too many choices is that people tend to get confused. They start wondering which one is the best, which gives the best value for their money. I have trained in all four shoes individually and also in rotations, comparing their comfort, stability, response, and all. After watching this video, you will no longer be confused for choice. You will know exactly which is best for you based on your preferences. Now sit back and let me take you on a ride. Before we continue, if you are over 40 and looking to start running, build momentum, or stay injury-free, check out my new book, Stronger with Every Mile, Running After 40. I didn't start running myself until late, and 17 years later, now at 53, I have never felt stronger. I went through all the phases, from huffing through 2K to running 2 to 3 marathons every year, including the hardest race in the Middle East, the Al Ula Desert Blaze. This book packs 17 years older runner experience with medical knowledge and research to create a beginner-friendly guide that shows you how to run safely, confidently, and consistently, no matter your age or fitness level. It takes you from motivation, building momentum, to making running a fun lifestyle. Packed with age-appropriate training tips, injury prevention strategies, and practical advice. It's the perfect roadmap to help you become a stronger, healthier you 1 mile at a time. At a discounted launch price of just $7.99. Make sure to grab your copy now before the price goes up. The link is in the description. Now let's get back to these shoes. Starting with fit and sizing, the Evo SL, Li-Ning Red Hare 8 Pro, and the Puma Velocity Nitro 4 all fit true to size. The TG 1.0, I bought my usual size and felt it was too large. Then I went half a size down and got this one size 44.5. Now this one is okay, but it's still a little snug. So if you don't like snug fit, please go through the size. It's better for you to have just a little extra room than for it to be too tight for you to run in. The TG 1.0 has very wide toe box room compared to all the other shoes here. So those who have wide feet are going to fit best in this. Of these other three, I feel the Evo SL has slightly better room than these other two. The Velocity 4 is the narrowest of all. The Red Hare 8 Pro and the Velocity Nitro 4 have excellent arch support. It is passable in the Evo SL, but very poor in the TG 1.0. Lockdown is excellent on all four shoes. But if you are out for a sock-like fit, you will get that only in the Puma Velocity Nitro 4 and the Li-Ning Red Hare 8 Pro. Now let's talk about another important part of running shoes, the weight. In my usual size 11, the Evo SL weighs 248 grams. Super light. The Red Hare 8 Pro weighs 262 grams. That's 14 grams heavier than the Evo SL. The TG 1.0 is the heaviest of the lot. It weighs 292 grams in US size 11. For the Velocity 4, I mistakenly ordered a half size more. So what I have here is size 11.5 instead of my usual size 11. It was a little too long, but since it didn't make much difference in my run experience, I decided to keep it instead of going through the stress of a return and refund. So in US size 11.5, this is weighing 252 grams. What it means is that my usual size 11 would be at least 10 grams lighter than the size 11.5. So that would have put this in the range of 242 grams. That is why I feel that the lightest of the four is the Puma Velocity Nitro 4, followed by the Evo SL, the Red Hare 8 Pro, and the heaviest is the TG 1.0. Now let's talk about the stack and cushion. This is listed on the website as having 42 millimeters in the heel, 35 in the forefoot with a 7 millimeter heel to toe drop. The Evo SL has 39 in the heel, 33 in the forefoot, 6 millimeter heel to toe drop. The Velocity Nitro 4 has 36 millimeters in the heel, 26 in the forefoot with a 10 millimeter heel to toe drop. The stack of the Red Hare 8 Pro is not on their website. However, I compared it with all these shoes. Is slightly lower than the TG 1.0, but a little higher than the Adidas Evo SL. So in terms of the stack height, from the tallest to the lowest, it is the TG 1.0, Li-Ning Red Hare 8 Pro, Adidas Evo SL, and Puma Velocity Nitro 4, which has the lowest stack. The Evo SL and Red Hare 8 Pro run kind of firm, while these two are very soft, with the Velocity 4 being the softest. So if we grade them according to softness, we will have the Puma Velocity Nitro 4, the TG 1.0, Red Hare 8 Pro, and the Adidas Evo SL. In terms of response, all four are lightweight, very responsive shoes. But for the purposes of comparison in this video, I did 1 mile rotations in each of these shoes twice, trying to check which one is fastest. And in all sets, I ran fastest in the Puma Velocity Nitro 4, then the Evo SL, Red Hare 8 Pro, and lastly the TG 1.0. All four shoes gave smooth, responsive ride. The Evo SL and Red Hare 8 Pro ride firmer than these other two. And they have more aggressive rocker in the forefoot also. They were better for running uphill. The Velocity 4 felt super soft and very responsive. It compressed well and rebounded nicely too. Combined with its lightweight, they were very fast. Although they have the least stack here, they have the best arch support too, and they gave quite comfortable landings, especially for a heel striker like me. The 10mm drop nicely rolls you forwards, especially for heel strikers. The TG 1.0 also gave nice soft landings and a great push-off. However, its relative heavyweight was a drawback compared to these other three. Another issue is that I've seen some reviews where people complain that they have hot spots in their little toe. And I understand why, because these have sidewall in the forefoot. So sometimes your little toe can rub on it and cause some discomfort. I didn't have that problem, but I need to bring it up. Overall, despite having the least stack, I felt most comfortable in the Puma Velocity 4, followed by the TG 1.0, then the Red Hare 8 Pro, and finally the Evo SL. If you love softness, you will love the Velocity most. If you prefer a firmer ride, then you will like the Evo SL more. If you are prone to shin splints, plantar fasciitis, the Velocity 4 and the TG 1.0 will be your better options. The Velocity 4 especially because the TG 1.0 has a poor arch support, which is not good for plantar fasciitis. Now let's talk about stability, another important aspect of running shoes. The TG 1.0 is pretty wide. If you compare them with any of the shoes here, you notice that this one has a very wide platform. Even in the middle here, where most shoes narrow, it remains wide. That gave this one some level of inherent stability. The Red Hare 8 Pro, on the other hand, has a midfoot shank that really works to prevent arch collapse and also gives some level of torsional rigidity that adds some stability to these shoes. The Evo SL has a slightly firm foam, but the Velocity 4 is narrow and soft, so the stability is not great. Going from the most stable, we have the Red Hare 8 Pro, the TG 1.0, Evo SL, and lastly, the Puma Velocity Nitro 4. So stability is one of your priorities. You have to put that into consideration. If we get to the outsole, durability and traction, the clear winner here is the Puma Velocity Nitro 4. This has the Puma grip and a thick dose of it too. It's got very firm grip and is pretty durable. Look at the aggressive pattern of the outsole too. This will do better off-road than any of these other shoes. The next best outsole in terms of grip is the Evo SL and then the TG 1.0. The Red Hare 8 Pro has the worst outsole. The grip is poorest and the durability also, I think. I have similar distance in most of these shoes, but it's the only one that has shown significant wear yet. And finally, let's talk about price. This one is selling for $73 right now. This one $78. This one is selling for $140 Velocity 4. Why this is selling at $150, but they both can go on discounts also because I bought this one $399. That's approximately $108. I bought this one a little more expensive, I think $599 over $160 or thereabout. Before we end, let's summarize the pros and cons of each of these shoes. And starting with the Velocity Nitro 4, is the lightest of the lot, the softest, and it's also got the best arch support. And then it is sleek, better aerodynamics for speedier run. Now this is an advantage if you have medium to regular feet, but if you have wide feet, it becomes a disadvantage. And it's got the best grip of all four shoes too. Now, what are the cons for the Puma Velocity Nitro 4? Number one, the stability is poor, and two, it tends to be narrow. Those with wide feet may have a problem fitting into this. Now, the Evo SL, what are the advantages? It's the best looking of the four. So if you are looking for a shoe that you can also use as casual wear, I feel this is the best looking. It has the lowest drop, 6mm, which will be great for mid and forefoot strikers. And again, it's the second lightest of these other shoes, super light on the feet and very responsive. And again, it is more accommodating than the Velocity 4. So what are the negatives? Number one, of these four shoes, it has the firmest midsole. So if you like softness, this may not be your best option. And then like the Velocity 4, it's also not quite stable. Now going to the TG 1.0, what are the advantages of this one over these other shoes? One, it is the widest of the lot. Very roomy toe box, wide in the midfoot, supports the foot well. So those who have wide feet are going to have a better fit into this than any of these other shoes. Again, it's the second softest of the lot. Very, very soft too. And it's got better stability than the Evo SL and the Puma Velocity Nitro 4. And it's also the cheapest of the four. So what are the cons? It's the heaviest of all four shoes. There's a potential for a hot spot on the little toe. And then the poor arch support. Now going to the Red Hare 8 Pro, this one has the best stability among these 4 shoes and is very good for walking too. And the negatives, well, it kind of rides firm too, just like the Evo SL. And then the questionable durability of the outsole also. Now, if I have to choose only one, I will go for the Puma Velocity Nitro 4. You guys know I'm a sucker for softness, comfort running. The softness, the arch support, the response, the lightness are all the things why I like this better than all the other shoes that we have on this list. And again, it is also cheaper than the Evo SL. It's more expensive than this other two, but the better run experience is totally worth it. The aim of this review is not actually to choose which is best, but rather to highlight where each shoe shines more and where each one is not so great, so that you can make the best choice for yourself based on your own preferences. And I think we've done a very good job of that. Once again, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button because we got better things coming. And again, check out my new book, Stronger with Every Mile, Running After 40. It's an awesome book. It's got a lot of very nice comments from those who have seen it. And I bet it's going to be a very good addition to your running journey and especially getting older and stronger. So guys, thanks for watching and let me see you in the next video.